So today I want to share 6 things that you should know and to expect when you're getting started with the DJI Avata. So point number 1, you may feel intimidated at first, and rightfully so. I certainly did, because this to me is a very expensive piece of equipment, and the last thing you want to do is crash this thing, break it, or lose it. DJI definitely went above and beyond to build in a lot of safety features to dummy-proof this thing. This is still a FPV drone. It's not the same as your cinematic drone like a Mavic 3. This is more meant for speed, fly low, and just go gung-ho. My recommendation, like I did, is watch a couple of tutorial videos from DJI. I have a pretty good one that's 14 minutes long. It teaches you everything from getting started all the way through to basically flying. So don't feel intimidated. There's help out there. Just watch those guides, learn as much as you can, and then ask questions if you have. Okay, point number 2 is that you may get a little lost during the setup process. Again, I certainly did. And the part that I got stuck on is pairing the goggles with the drone. So it turns out I did not have the latest DJI Fly app on my Galaxy Z Fold 3. Once I updated the DJI Fly app, I was able to pair the goggles with the DJI Avata with no issues at all. For Android users, they still have not fixed the Play Store issue. So if you're lost and you don't know how to update the DJI Fly app, you're in luck. Just click on this video right here. Point number 3 is the motion controller. It can feel a little complicated at first, and it's kind of ironic because this is meant to be simple. And if you watch a lot of tons of videos out there, yes, first-time flyers can get the hang of it and just go. But for us, slightly more experienced FPV flyers, you might have a little bit tougher time wrapping your head around how this works. Give it some time, but I promise you, after a couple of flights, this thing is very intuitive. And I was able to start going through really tight gaps, like in between chair legs or around a tree between fences and things like that. One of the main hurdles that trips me up is the inability to go vertical on a drone without the forward motion. One way to help myself wrap my head around this motion controller is think about it as flying a plane that can hover in place if you need it. So if you think about the plane is always constantly in forward motion, and I was able to get used to the motion controller very quickly. And so far, I'm actually loving this, and I will definitely be bringing this to Hawaii. Point number 4 is this stupid USB/micro SD card cover. So the way it's designed is horrendous. And so in order for you to open it, you have to kind of spin the prop around. You pretty much cannot avoid the prop. You just kind of have to push it to the side. This way you can plug in your USB and also the SD cards in here. Well, it's 100% user error again, but I sort of left it unclipped in like this, and it's not like fully plugged in. And guess what? The props start grinding onto that door, and now my 30-minute-old drone has a pretty bashed up door from the USB-C and the SD card. As a reminder for myself, I should really add this as part of my pre-flight checklist. Next thing I want to talk about does not have a whole lot to do with the drone, but my brain. I get motion sickness, or what they call cyber sickness, meaning that you're not actually in motion, but your brain thinks so. Actually, I got pretty bad motion sickness, and I'm the one that's flying the drone. I think I was flying it a little bit too aggressively, doing really tight turns around my cars and around the houses, over fences, under chairs. After my 15-minute flight, I felt sick and I had to lay down for a good half an hour. So just kind of keep that in mind. I heard that you can wear C-bands and also eat ginger or maybe Dramamine. And I think the most effective way for me is just lowering the flight time to maybe 5 minutes. I've been flying FPV for a while, and I never really got motion sickness. And I think that is because all of those battery for the FPV sucks so bad you only really get 3-minute flight time. The 3 minutes may not be enough for me to accrue the motion sickness symptoms. So I think that maybe what I need to do is just cut down on the flight time to just 5 minutes and be very purposeful and intentional about what I want to film instead of just crazy pointlessly flying around and just having a blast. Although it is so fun. Like, it is so fun, and I think the hype is real. Okay, point number 6. The sun is your goggles enemy. Take it from me. This is my first pair of FPV goggles. Not a very expensive pair, but at the time it's $300. I left this thing out on my tailgate for about 10 seconds, and maybe the sun just hit it just right, and it burned through one of the lenses onto the LCD, and it basically ruined it. And when you're looking through it, you see this like yellow dot on the side of the LCD. It's just freaking annoying. So just keep that in mind. They give you this cover on your DJI FPV goggles for a reason. Keep that on and make sure you're in the shade, and make sure that you're never exposing the lenses upward like that. You will ruin them and you will pay for it, literally and figuratively. So that's it, folks. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this is not a fancy video. I just really wanted to upload my thoughts and my learnings throughout my first 2 flights of the DJI Avatar. But man, am I excited about what this new drone can do. Please consider liking this video and subscribing for future contents with the DJI Avatar and also the GoPro Hero 11. All right, see you guys in Hawaii. Bye.